You guys ready to learn how to do this Naplex calculation from the smartest person ever? Let's do it. Using 10 grams of a 15% boric acid ointment, the pharmacist will manufacture a 12% ointment. How many grams of diluent is required? Right, so what is the question asking? They're trying to have 10 grams of 15% boric acid, and they want to add some diluent to make it 12% boric acid. So you have to have 10 grams in this total mixture already, and they want to know how much this is. This is the question asking, how much diluent do we need? So there's two methods I'm going to show you. The first method is just basic algebra. So method number 1. So I'm going to try to find out how much drug is in the 10 grams of 15% boric acid. Right, so now I'm just going to use what we have in the question. So we got 10 grams of mixture. So mix means the total amount in the whole mixture. And then I'm going to try to find out how much drug, which in this case is boric acid, so how much boric acid is in this total mixture of 10 grams here, right? So I'm going to multiply that by 15% boric acid, and 15% is the same thing as 15 grams of drug all over 100 grams of the total mixture, right? So that's 15 grams of the boric acid, also known as the drug, over 100 grams of mixture. And so grams of mixture cancel out because it's in the denominator here and it's over here. So now I know that there's 1.5 grams of drug, which is boric acid, same thing. So now I'm going to use algebra to find out how much diluent to add to make it 12% boric acid. So to do that, I'm going to put 1.5 grams of drug over the total mixture amount, which is 10 grams of mix, because that's how much we have to use because we're adding to that, plus the amount of diluent to add. I'm going to denote that by x because we're going to try to solve for x. So I'm just going to put here that x is equal to the amount of diluent to add to the 10 grams of mixture, right? X is what the question is asking for, so x is going to be our final answer, whatever it's going to be, right? So 1.5 grams of the drug that we have already over the total mixture, which is going to be the 10 grams plus how much whatever diluent we add, and we want to make that equal to 12% total grams of the ointment. So 12% is the same thing as saying 12 grams of drug over 100 grams of the mixture, right? That's what 12% is. 12% is what I have here, 12 grams over 100 grams of mixture, right? And then you just use algebra to solve for x. So I'm just going to cross multiply 1.5 times 100. And set that equal to cross multiply these two together. So 12 grams of drug times it by cross multiply 10 grams of the mixture plus x, right? And so 1.5 times it by 100 is 150. And 12 times 10 is 120 plus 12 times x. And then you just solve for x, right? Just subtract 120 from both sides. So I got 30 grams equal to 12x. Right, so x is equal to 2.5 grams after I divide both sides by 12, right? But 2.5 grams is not my answer. Remember, make sure to look back what type of answer they want. So they want in milligrams of diluent, and our answer is in grams, right? So to convert this to milligrams, you just multiply by 1,000. Right, so 2.5 grams, same thing as 1,200 milligrams. And make sure to follow the instructions. So they want a numeric answer, no units or commas. So, because it's a fill in the blank on the Naplex on the computerized exam. So it's asking you what to type in. So you don't put in any units because they always want it in milligrams anyway. And round the final answer to the nearest whole number. And it's already in a whole number, so you don't have to do anything with that. So on the computer, you're going to type in 2,500, and that's your answer. Right, so that was method 1. So if you understand that method, stop the video now. You don't need to go any further. Okay, now I'm going to show you method number 2. Right, so if you already understand method 1, stop the video. This is for people who want a different understanding how to do it. This is called alligation method. So the question has 15% boric acid, and we want to know how much diluent. Diluent's also known as 0%, right? Because it has nothing, none of the drug. And we want to make a 12% ointment solution. Now we just subtract the amount from each of them. So 15 minus 12 is 3, and 0 minus 12 is 12. No negative answers in here. And then what I like to do is I put it over like the total amount. So 12 plus 5 is 15, because this is 12 parts over 15 total. And this will be 3 parts over 15 total, because I got 15 from adding 12 and 3 together, by the way. So now I'm going to try to find the amount of diluent we need. So I'm going to call x equal the amount of diluent needed. And now I'm going to use this fraction here, because this is the total amount of diluent needed in the mixture that we want. This we don't need, because this is the parts of the 15% of the boric acid, which you can ignore, because we don't need to know that. We just need to know how much diluent, the 0% part, right, which is 3/15 parts. So now I'm going to use 3/15 and then multiply that by the total amount in the mixture, because remember, our mixture starts with 10 grams, and then we have to add diluent, which is x. We don't know it yet. And then that should equal the amount of diluent we need. X is the amount of diluent, and this here is the total in the mixture. And this 3/15 is the fraction of diluent in total mixture. Right. And then you just use simple algebra to find x. So 3/15 times 10 is 2, and 3/15 plus x. Well, I'm just going to put it in a decimal form. 3/15 also 0.2 times it by x equals x. And then I'm just going to subtract 0.2 from both sides. So 2 grams, oops, subtract 0.2 from both sides, 0.2x. So I got 2 equals 0.8x, and x equals 2.5 grams. Remember, the question is asking milligrams, so just times it by 1,000 to get 2,500 milligrams as the answer. And that's it.